So it is time again for another monthly Get Ready With Me. I feel like it hasn't been that long, but here we are. Actually, I just filmed a Halloween-ish Get Ready With Me the other day, so maybe that's why it doesn't feel like it's been very long. But I just put these nails on a few minutes ago, and I only glued my fingers together about 17 times, so not too bad. I totally intended to put primer on, and I just was so focused on starting filming and I didn't do it. The foundation that I tried in my last Get Ready With Me, if you haven't seen that, that was a disaster. I'm glad to be using one that I know is decent. Like, this is not my favorite, I'm just trying to use it up. I'm not gonna do a normal shop my stash this month because I'm just trying to use up stuff that I don't want to bring with me or that's taking up room. I'm also going to be filming a bunch of declutter videos, and what I'm going to do with those is do individual like categories of decluttering instead of just my whole collection at once. Maybe that would be more interesting and it won't be so long. As my collection is not that big, but there's a lot and I can't take it all with me, so I try to usually not miss any uploads. At least I quit saying what time I was going to upload my videos because I kept being late. So now it's going to be every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at some random time. If I have them pre-filmed, it'll be at noon, but if I don't, then it'll just be some random time. So I kind of unexpectedly took a couple weeks off of filming and doing my business and everything because I had a family issue. A family member was in the hospital, and that was extra stressful this time because the thing that they were in there for was a respiratory thing. I don't want to say, like, you know, it's none of your guys' business, obviously, but it was something that was respiratory related, so. But not the virus. It was, that's what made it more scary, was because the virus was out there and going in and out of the hospital and all that stuff. They are out of the hospital now. Hopefully they don't have to go back for anything. It was just a mess. Where they live, I was staying, is where I grew up in eastern Kentucky, and there was like no internet. So even if I had stuff pre-filmed to like upload or whatever, I couldn't have done it. Their house, they are in the mountains, and the Wi-Fi, or not the Wi-Fi, the phone signal, it's like sometimes it has that like 1x where you can only call, and then every now and then, like for maybe a few minutes of the day, just somehow miraculously like 4G will roll in for a few minutes, and then that's it. It was not reliable. And then my other family's house that I stay at there, they have been fighting with their internet provider since June, and this is almost November, so June, July, August, September, October. If it's not fixed in November, it'll be 6 months, so it's been about 5 months right now. But I think their internet provider doesn't want to be in their area anymore because they are like purposefully messing with people's service, which is dangerous because they are elderly and, you know, need a phone because it's my grandparents, and they, like, my grandma's had heart attacks, and my grandpa's not in great health. Like, he's had a lot of issues. It's just not safe for them to not have phone service. Like, the phone doesn't even work at all. You try to call and it just hangs up. It doesn't even ring or anything. And they're like, well, we can live without TV, internet, whatever. It's just gonna be boring, but we really need the phone. And they keep telling them that there's nothing wrong, and they're like, try to call me in any hour of the day, like it's not gonna be working. Just used up this powder and I don't have enough left to do my face. Like, it's resolved soon because I normally would have Wi-Fi at their house. Not that, you know, that's not my main priority. My priority is for them to get phone, but like I couldn't have worked or done anything from there. I brought my laptop and everything, but didn't happen, so that's fine. So I kind of fell off the wagon with my Halloween posts and all that stuff, and I'm still gonna do them just because, I mean, who cares at this point? Like, not about the Halloween post, but like, who cares if it's before or after a holiday, you know, like 2020, that's just, time is not real. So I feel like people would still be okay with seeing Halloween posts. But right now, well, probably not by the time this is going up, but I'm filming this on Halloween day, and right now Instagram has turned off pretty much all hashtags. So just because they don't want to like spread misinformation about the election, I'm like, what does hashtag cruelty-free, hashtag makeup have to do with the election, but I don't know. It's just, I feel like they should have, like, I understand why they did that, but I feel like there should have been a better way, because a lot of people make money off of Instagram, like it's their job. So that's like turning off hashtags is how most people get discovered. So right now my priority is getting stuff pre-filmed and pre-scheduled, like photos done in advance. Like I'm gonna try to do 2 makeup looks a day most of the time if I can, while also trying not to burn out, because we have no idea what's gonna happen, like I say in every video like this, but with my fiance. So it's getting close to the time that he graduates from his training. It's in like maybe approximately 3 weeks. So it's like coming up quick, and I have so much stuff to do, and I want to be able to, like, if he does get to come home, which that's the big question right now, is if he will actually get to physically come home before he goes to the other country that he's going to be stationed in. If he does, then I don't want to be stuck here, or like stuck working and trying to do all that stuff, like, and not being able to spend time with him. So, because I'm trying to transition out of my Etsy business, just because I can't do that overseas. I mean, you can, but not the way that I'm doing it. Like with my current business that I have on there, I can't bring that with me or anything. So I am trying to transition into doing the blog and everything else. And I am also looking at other business things that I could do online. I didn't want to do printables, like planner pages and that kind of stuff that you would just download. But I don't, like, the market for that is kind of saturated, but also I feel like I have some ideas or like styles that I would want to do that aren't so saturated. But I just want to focus on like the blog and videos and all that stuff, because that's what I am, like, I can focus the best on that. Like that's what I enjoy doing. So I think that's better, instead of me wasting all this time like him hauling around or whatever, not doing anything, because I really don't know what to do as far as the printable thing. I just want to focus on what I'm good at, what I know. Oh man, I forgot. I was like, why are the neighbors being exceptionally loud? Like, I thought that they were on vacation for a while because they're being quiet, and I forgot that it's trick or treat, so of course they're gonna have people over. I think I'm gonna do dark brows today. I've been liking doing that. So I have this sampler from KVD with their super pomade. I think they changed the name of it because they didn't want it to be just brow colors. But I have this one in medium brown, and it's kind of, I'm throwing stuff everywhere, but it's kind of drying out. So what I do is I have this NYX Multitasker mixing medium. Oh, the battery's dying, hang on. That actually was not as hard to change as I thought it was going to be with these nails. I thought it was going to be impossible, but I got it. Anyways, like I was saying, I have this NYX Multitasker mixing medium, and this, you can turn like powder products, pigments, anything into like a liquid liner kind of situation, but you can also use this to revive like dried out products. So I've been using this like a drop in this little sample thing and getting more use out of that. I just don't know how many times that I can do that before it stops working. Just kind of putting it in there and mixing it with this brow brush. I have heard that the super pomade from KVD like doesn't last very long, it kind of dries out quick. But I think that's even worse because this packaging doesn't really reseal. What has been like keeping me up at night and making me stress a lot is my business, like how I'm gonna handle that. And I think I've finally figured it out. So I just have, like, where I'd had that craft show a couple months ago, last month. Like I said, time isn't real, but I made up a bunch of stuff for that. So I have a lot of inventory, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna list all of that stuff on Etsy. If it sells out, great. I have a little bit of supplies to make more, and I'm just gonna kind of leave it at that. I did buy a ton of reusable metal straws that I don't think I'm gonna be able to sell. I'm just gonna list them individually because I had these straw pouches that would come, like you could get just a pouch or get a set with the straws, and I think I'm just gonna list straws individually if Etsy allows me to do that, because the straws are obviously not handmade. I have like 200 extra that I'm probably not gonna sell. And I'm gonna do a sale. I'm gonna do 30% off. I think it should be live by the time this video is going up if you wanted to check it out. I will always have the link in my description. But my dilemma was that I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go with him, because if he doesn't come home, then we're not going to be able to get married. So I can't go. It would be 10 times harder for me to go over there if we weren't married yet versus if we were. So because at first I was like, well, I could just take a trip over there and, you know, we get married on a weekend or whatever, and then it's fine. But that's not how it works, especially now, because anybody going into this country has to quarantine. And if you're not affiliated with the Army, you have to pay for it, like to stay in whatever hotel or like dormitory that they have set up, and couldn't afford that. But if we were going to, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go over there, and I was just wondering what to do with my business, because I didn't want to close it down too early, and then like if I end up not going, then what am I supposed to do with, like, you know, I won't have any stuff left. But I was also like, well, if I do go, then I don't want to just like leave people hanging and like disappear one day. So I've thought about it, and I think I'm going to just sell off all the stuff that I can, like do a big sale for November or Black Friday, whatever, and keep some of the money back in case I need to buy more supplies if I end up staying. So I think that'll be the better option than just kind of leaving it alone. That way I make a little bit extra, because I made the most sales in July, and I had a plastic-free July sale, and that was 20% off. So I'm thinking, if I do, well, I've kept the stuff on sale since then, but I don't think people were like looking for things to be on sale, you know, like it's just the way you advertise it. So I think people are going to be looking for stuff to be on sale around November for Christmas. And I did officially close my Shopify website. So I had my stuff on Etsy, and then I also, for a while there, I had a Shopify as well. And I didn't really make enough on Shopify to justify keeping it open, because their fee was like $40 some a month for what I was using it for. So I was like, that's not really, like, I was making maybe $100 a month on it from selling masks. That was only, but that was only from people that I knew, or that like friends of friends, and I didn't really have the budget to spend advertising it. Because if you, like on Etsy, it's kind of its own advertising, but on Shopify or another just like self-hosted e-commerce thing, you have to put a lot of money into advertising. People don't just stumble upon it like they do on Etsy. I am obsessed with this Milani Weekend Brow. I'm surprised that it's lasted this long, and now watch, I say that, it's gonna run out. I just store it upside down, so that's kind of helping. I have a bunch of Halloween ideas, but I don't know if I want to try to do those on camera or not. If I use this Brew palette from September Rose, I have probably annoyed them on Instagram, because I've done a bunch of looks with this palette and their Slush palette. I tagged them wrong in every single post, because their at is September Rose Co, and I was trying to tag September Rose, and that didn't do anything. It just like didn't tag anybody, because September Rose doesn't exist. So I went back through and like re-tagged them on all those posts, so that's probably annoying. I have so much glue on my finger from this nails that I couldn't feel this drop of this primer on my finger, so it just fell off. Do you guys also get like semi-intrusive paranoid thoughts? Like, I just had a thought that I hope that there's not an ingredient in this shake primer that would react with super glue and like accidentally super glue my eyes shut. That's the kind of weird stuff I think about. I'm just going straight for this purple. Purple shadows are very hard to do in a vegan formula. This one seems to be okay. They just can tend to be really dry and stiff. I am waiting for some Halloween stuff to go on sale. I've discovered so many shops on like Instagram and stuff that have kind of Halloween-ish like decor, or not really decor anymore, because I don't have any use for that, but like clothing and stuff that they sell year-round. I just have only recently discovered it. So maybe they will have sales after Halloween, and then I can snag some stuff that I was looking at. So for the rest of the month, or next few weeks, I suppose, I'm taking like one thing a week and working on that, and, you know, maintaining my shop and social media and everything. So like this week I'm going to work on cleaning the basement, and then because I have a ton of boxes of stuff from where I moved out before, and just my old stuff from like when I was a kid, like keepsakes and everything. I need to clean all of that out, and then go through the stuff that I had from when I had an apartment, like dishes and household stuff, and try to sell some of that maybe to make a few extra dollars. And I need to clean out my office, get all the fabric that I'm not going to use and all that stuff. That's what I got with the purple. Maybe I'll add a little more and make this a halo. I did not feel like putting glitter glue or cutting the crease or anything, so I'm just kind of sticking it on there. I heard that September Rose is going to be coming out with single shadows, which would be pretty cool, because their prices are actually decently inexpensive for these bigger palettes, and just such a good quality that they are. What are even words? They're inexpensive for the quality that you get. I really want some Lethal Cosmetics shadows, but I'm gonna hold off on that. They have international shipping, so I'm gonna wait. And I'm gonna clear out some of my Z palette and get rid of some like old ColourPop stuff that I really don't want anymore. But I'll do that in one of those decluttering videos. And also with my shop, I'm almost at 1,000 sales, which is amazing. Hoping to hit it by the time I have to shut down. I'm at like 930 something right now. So I think I can do it, especially with a sale. And I'm going to clean up around that gold and put a little more of the purple, because there are some gaps. Here's how we're doing. So I do not feel like doing eyeliner today, as usual. But I am going to test this KVD Epic Curl Lash Primer again. I used it in my last Get Ready With Me video, and it worked pretty well. Next time I wear this, I'm going to take pictures and do a blog post so you can really see the before and after. I saw the pictures that KVD posted, and of course the brand is going to make them look good. And I was like, there's no way that's going to do that. But then other people were trying it and they said that it worked, so I was like, I gotta try that too. I'm going to use a different, what is this called, mascara that I used last time to see if I get different results, because it was kind of clumpy when I used it last time. It's already working. That's crazy. I'm going to let it dry for a minute though. I think, are you supposed to? I'm going to look it up, because I don't know if you're supposed to let it dry or not. Oh, it says, okay, so don't wait for it to dry. For best results, work one eye at a time and apply mascara while lash primer is still wet. Maybe that's what I did wrong. That's why reading instructions is important, so you know how it's supposed to work. This on its own does a lot, but it's gray, it's not black. And this mascara puts way too much off on the brush and it gets everywhere. This is a waterproof mascara, and that lash primer was hard enough to remove on its own. So this is going to be fun trying to remove it with waterproof mascara on top. So I got a new to me lipstick from NYX, their Suede Matte lipstick. This one is in the shade Copenhagen. Just a little more pink than that eyeshadow. Using tweezers to take the plastic off of this because of my nails. I do not understand. My lips are just peeling off in like a big... I'm gonna put this on over and pretend that that's not happening. Lip liner is supposed to make it easier, but it's not really. This is just becoming a mess. Looks good on camera, I think. But... So here is the finished look, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to be busy over the next few days, weeks, getting stuff pre-filmed and hopefully going up on time every week now, like steady instead of this on and off like I was doing. I feel like every time I get on a roll and I don't have stuff like pre-filmed or backlogged, then I get behind. So I'm trying to avoid that if at all possible. So I would really appreciate it if you guys give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I am like halfway to getting monetized again. I used to be monetized and YouTube changed the rules a couple years ago and now I'm not. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys would help with that. Watch a couple more videos, give me some more watch time, and yeah, so click up here to watch my most recent video or click up here to watch my last tutorial. And give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss seeing my face in your subscription box every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And the links to all the products that I use will be in the description box below, along with links to my business and my social media. And I will see you guys in the comments. Bye.